In a small village nestled between dense, ancient woods and towering mountains, there lived a young boy named Lucas. Lucas was known throughout the village for his curiosity and adventurous spirit. He often wandered into the forest, exploring its many mysteries, despite the villagers' warnings of the dangers lurking within. One day, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the village, a terrifying roar echoed through the woods. The villagers cowered in fear, knowing that the monstrous beast known as the Shadow Fang had awoken. The creature was said to be a gigantic, wolf-like being with razor-sharp claws, glowing red eyes, and a hunger that was never satisfied. For years, the villagers had lived in fear of the Shadow Fang, offering it tributes of food and livestock in the hope that it would leave them in peace. But this time, the beast's roar was different. It was filled with rage. It had tasted blood, and it would not stop until it had devoured the village. Lucas, hearing the commotion and seeing the terror in the eyes of his fellow villagers, felt a surge of determination. He knew that hiding and waiting for the inevitable was not an option. Someone had to confront the monster, and that someone was going to be him. Armed only with a sword and a heart full of courage, Lucas ventured into the dark forest. The trees seemed to close in around him, and the air grew colder with each step he took. The sound of the monster's growls guided him deeper into the woods, where the trees were so tall and thick that they blocked out the moonlight. Finally, in a small clearing surrounded by twisted, gnarled trees, Lucas came face to face with the Shadow Fang. The beast was even more terrifying than the stories had described. Its fur was black as midnight. Its eyes burned like embers, and its fangs dripped with the blood of its latest victim. For a moment, fear threatened to overtake Lucas, but he steeled himself. He remembered the stories his grandfather had told him about the old heroes, about how they faced their fears head-on, no matter how impossible the odds. He knew that if he ran now, the village would be doomed. The beast howled in pain, thrashing wildly, but Lucas did not relent. He knew that a single strike would not be enough to bring down such a formidable foe. He pulled his sword free and struck again and again, each blow weakening the monster. Finally, with one last, powerful thrust, Lucas drove the sword deep into the Shadow Fang's chest. The beast let out a final, mournful howl before collapsing to the ground, its body slowly disintegrating into shadows. Lucas stood there, panting and covered in sweat, his hands trembling from the adrenaline. The forest, once filled with the sounds of the monster, was now eerily silent. The Shadow Fang was dead, and the village was safe. When Lucas returned to the village, the people cheered and celebrated his bravery. He had done what no one else dared to do. He had faced the monster and emerged victorious. From that day on, Lucas was known as a hero of the woods, and his tale was told for generations as a reminder that even the smallest among us can rise to face the greatest of challenges. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and share. See you to the next story.